from the Audible Entertainment Studios, your premier podcast for the Hickory, North Carolina area. In the mix with Audible Entertainment. We talk about anything and everything.
This fucking guy.
All right. What's up, podcast world?
That's a completely different entrance than you always do.
A little bit, yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
All right. So if you didn't guess by the extended intro music there, we're gonna be touching on some aliens today. With us in the studio, we got Forrest.
What's up? Where are we touching them at?
Bub. The no square. Bubba's in the house. Hollowfield's with us.
Hey, what's up?
My name's Chris. You know what it is. In the mix with all of entertainment. Now prepare yourselves, guys. This one's going to be a long one, I think, because we're going to touch on some aliens, and then we're going to probably touch on some religion.
I just can't get past touching on aliens, man. That's got to be like world renowned domination.
Sorry,
I was abducted once. We'll talk about that.
I mean, that's fair. I could see that.
Brian, you're the hoe here, so you're gonna have to go first. So we don't get our world zapped.
I'm the hoe. Is that what you said?
Yeah, out of the group.
I'm not no fucking hoe.
Real quick, all you people listening out there in podcast
I
world,
need your hat.
Yeah. Okay.
I need your hat.
You might as well just crack one open. Sit back and enjoy. It's gonna be a hell of a ride.
I'm born again virgin.
Speaking of Forrest hat, ladies and gentlemen, he's got a hat on that says "Gets no pussy."
Gets
with an
all the
arrow
pussy.
Pointing down.
Maybe,
Maybe
wait.
Used
to get all the pussy.
I'm retired.
He's retired.
I'm retired.
I'm retired.
He's a retired dick slinger. Speaking of
Bubba's
which,
got you. He's feeling his shoes.
Come on. Nah. Negative. Damn.
Yes, he is. You know, it's just aliens. Are they real?
Yeah.
I think so.
What do we think out there?
I don't think we're special enough to be the only
It's just mixed
living
emotions.
beings.
You guys,
Mixed emotions.
when we put this episode out, I hope everybody comments on the Facebook page and shit, and lets us know their opinions on stuff. But I definitely.
That's a huge bitch.
Oh Lord, which alien you looking at, bro?
Bertha.
So here's the deal. There's no way that if the universe is as big as they say it is, that we're alone in this universe.
You can't fathom that. How can we be?
Right. I mean, there has to be other planets out there that are able to be inhabited.
But
sustain life.
why do we not see them on a fucking daily? Why do they have like a peace treaty with our government, or you know what I'm saying? It's like,
I don't know. It depends on.
There's no way we're the smartest.
Oh, by far.
Ain't no way.
Yeah,
Creatures
Absolutely
in the universe.
fucking
yeah.
Because you know how many dumbasses we have on this planet?
Exhibit A.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right. Well, depending on what theory you want to go down the rabbit hole of, I guess would depend on your thought process behind it. I mean, there's so much that can be touched on with this subject that's, like I said, it's just all about what you think and what's possible.
Right, because once you get into the alien thing, then you start thinking, okay, conspiracy theory shit with the government and the lizard people and
Area 51.
you know what I mean? Then it's like, okay, so if there is, has the aliens infiltrated us and
impregnated us?
You know what I'm saying? There's so much to, and half these people out here listening to right now, they're going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck did y'all smoke before
They
this?
on
That's
some
what
of
they're thinking.
Peyote.
So, I mean, there's theories out there that we were an advanced civilization at one point in time due to alien visitation and intervention, and then basically, civilization imploded at some point and started over.
A female probably got on their nerves, and they're like, "Yeah, we're never touching Earth again."
Or it's all one big fucking hoax, and what do we know? We know what we have been taught.
Yeah, exactly.
We grew up in the school systems. Oh, the world is round. We're spinning this fast this way, and all that. I'm not saying I'm a flat earther. I'm just saying we.
That's another theory.
Hold on. You can speak. I'm just saying we know what we've been taught.
If you're a flat earther, go to the edge and jump off.
Right.
What I'm saying is that we know what we've been taught.
Yeah. So let's touch on the flat Earth thing for 1 second. Let's talk about the people. All right, there's a whole flat Earth theory that's out there that people are jumping on board with, right? And the reason that they're saying that the Earth is flat is because they're trying to tie it into religion too, because somewhere in the Bible it talks about there being a firmament, which is like a big dome over the flat
what they
Earth.
keep trying to penetrate,
right, which we're encased in. And they also, there's a lot of people that believe that there's an ice wall that keeps everything contained into the flat Earth.
It's protected by Jon Snow.
And then there's also people the same some of the same people that talk about the ice wall. They're talking about there's more land past the ice wall, which they think aliens might be living in, right? So there's a crap ton of theories. Now, Bubba, with the flat Earth thing, how you feel about it?
I wonder how many drugs are involved. How do you even justify, like, if you look at any kind of satellite imagery,
right? But they say that's fake.
Any kind of
have you seen what they can do with CAD?
Any kind of anything you look up, and it's a circle. It's not a square. It's not a triangle. It's a circle.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying these people that believe that the Earth is flat, they will argue till they're blue in the face. Especially, so the curvature of the Earth, there's a calculator for that you can look up and plug numbers into. And I seen a video on one of them TikTok videos, obviously social media, because we believe everything on there, right? But anyway, this guy was arguing the fact, like, he pulled up the calculator and plugged in these numbers, and there was a certain picture that was taken of a ship that was a certain distance away. I think it was like 60 miles or something. And he was arguing the fact that he could still see that ship proves that there's not a curvature according to the calculations on this curvature calculator that you can look up. He's like, that doesn't make sense. He's like, because at this distance with this much curvature, that should be just over the horizon where you can't see it, right? And so it's a whole thing. So that's a lot of reason the people are saying that.
Is it the Coriolis effect or something when you're shooting firearms and like, what does that have? Like, what are we spinning through the space like a frisbee?
That's the thing. Like, nobody knows. And then there's also another thing that was done. There was some flat earthers went to
Antarctica.
Yeah, so they did the trip.
They was like, we're gonna prove that the Earth is flat, and then they was proven wrong, and they're like, ugh.
Yeah, because the sun, it's called the 24-hour sun, deal or whatever. Basically, that proves that the Earth is round and the whatever, and the way that the axis is rotating around the sun. But yeah, I mean, it's a whole thing, man.
I mean, but you even got pilots that are flying saying the Earth is flat.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of theories out there.
I called my cousin out he's in South Dakota, one of those Dakotas or something out there. He was in the military, blah blah blah, and he flies planes. So I asked him. I said, "Is the Earth really fucking flat?" He said, "Yeah, I flew under it earlier today." He said, "I flew under it earlier today."
I flew under it earlier today.
The Earth was flat. He flew. He said, "I flew under it today."
He's smoking that good stuff then. I don't know, but so the alien,
I ain't just making the bullshit up. I'm just telling you what he said.
All right. So has anybody had an alien experience?
Nah.
I mean, no, but if we was talking about ghosts,
that's a different ballgame.
No, I've had ghosts too. So ghosts are real? Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I got aliens though. Like,
I ain't never seen one.
I was on my way back down the mountain from college when I went to school up near Asheville, coming down 40. You know how windy it is, and you're obviously not seeing the same part of the sky the whole time.
Right.
Because you're winding through the mountains. I had an orb that I swear followed me until I got to like
It's a drone.
Valdez area.
Mm-hmm.
And it stayed right there in the front center of my windshield the whole entire time.
Yeah. The drone thing, that's a newer, different subject, but yeah.
Yeah, that was a few years ago though. So I don't think drones were as big as they are now. I mean, it was just weird because like I was just looking at it the whole time, and I was just like, "Why are you?"
Yeah.
And then it just disappeared, and I was like, "That's sick."
It was the North Star, right?
I guess the hard thing to believe is, with all the movies they have made, with all the effects they have done and are capable of, the artwork that they're capable of.
Right now,
I just about have to see one to believe it.
Right.
But you said we're going to talk about religion too, but
yeah, we'll start diving into that.
You can't see God, but you believe in Him.
Right.
So it's one of those things. I think I have to see it to believe it.
Here's the thing: if they let us know that aliens were real, what would that do to the religious community?
It destroy it.
It would turn it on its head, right?
And they have power and control by religion.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly believe that if they let it be known that aliens are real, that would loosen the grip on society, and turn religion on its head, and then everybody would just be in pure what the fuck mode, like nothing's real. We're living a matrix anyway. They have that theory or whatever. But yeah, I mean, there's just so much to deep dive into these subjects. Now we got the drones off the East Coast. That's been happening for a couple of weeks. A lot of eyewitnesses saying that they're coming up out of the ocean, which has been a theory for years that aliens were living in the ocean because nobody can reach the depths of it.
I mean, have you watched World of Wars?
They breathe water.
Have I watched what?
Isn't it War of the Worlds?
I haven't. No. I don't
the
think
Alien movie?
I have not seen that one. No.
War of the Worlds?
Oh
my God, it's got Tom Cruise in it.
No, I haven't seen. I need to watch it.
Perfect. Scientologist.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Movie.
There's a movie that came out.
He was created by a particle.
Yeah, there's a movie came out in 2009 called The Fourth Kind. That's an alien movie. You need to check that movie out. Like, that is a killer movie.
I've never been into that sci-fi shit.
It'll freak you out, though. This ain't really like, it's not like your typical sci-fi. Like, it's like, what they do is it's a remake of a story that happened in Alaska. And this lady who was, I want to say she was a psychiatrist or something like that. But anyway, she goes up there, and people had been reporting seeing aliens and all kinds of stuff. But she's up there, and they end up showing in the movie the real footage of what happened beside the remake. And it's like
some
people's voices changing, and like them, like she putting them under hypnosis to like relive their abduction, like of from the. It's crazy, man. It's a movie that like, it keeps you interested. You know what I mean? You gotta check it out. Like, it's crazy. It'll freak you out.
Here's my problem.
Right.
The design over the years and years and years of Hollywood fucking movies.
Yep.
There's my problem. Because I know they can create about any fucking thing they can think of now.
Oh, yeah, definitely now.
So now you don't know. But then again, you start thinking about it. It's like, okay, well, where the hell did you get the ideas for that?
Right.
What made you design that alien like that? Did you have something to go off of?
Yeah.
There's so many questions.
Yeah,
so many.
Whoever created the first alien, obviously that image stuck.
Oh yeah, what is that? The Roswell, the damn big eyes.
Gray. They call it the gray. Gray whatever. Yeah, I can't remember the correct term, but it's gray something. So like that's the one that everybody knows, the infamous one with the large eyes and the, all that. But
take me to your wiener.
exactly.
Oh, leader. That's what it's
No
supposed to be.
wieners, just liters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, no wieners around here, baby.
Yeah, yours is in the freezer.
No, his is in the purse.
Oh yeah.
So then you hear about like the moon landing. You hear about the
Same.
moon landing.
Same,
Like the
dude.
moon landing wasn't real.
Yeah.
Okay. So then,
Well, here's a problem.
hey, you said so you don't think you think the moon landing was real for us,
I mean, yeah.
even though the damn astronaut himself said it wasn't.
Neil Armstrong said what you watched
It was
was
a
an
hoax.
animation. He said
Okay,
it on live TV.
Go back and look at the pictures and the way the sun's supposed to be facing. The shadows are on the wrong side of the bodies and shit because shit was took in.
Well,
a
do I think
studio.
now that we can go to the moon? Absolutely.
Studio?
Is it possible?
The original,
but
back in the, what is it, 80s?
I don't know.
what there is
70s,
no, we landed on the
60s.
moon in the 60s.
60s.
But here's the problem. All right, you're telling me, and then they've said that we don't have the technology to get to the moon now because it was supposedly destroyed. Look it up. I swear to God, it's been said from NASA. But you're telling me that we landed on the moon, and that who was the president at the time? Nixon? Was it Nixon? Am I correct in that? Anyway, the
Nixon,
president at
Reagan.
the time,
Nixon or Carter, wasn't it?
I think it was Nixon. Anyway, you telling me that in 1960s that communication was so good that he was on a landline telephone talking to the astronauts on live TV? No way. Absolutely no way. Just what happened. And then Hallfield brought up the shadow thing. That's been on there. Also, those vehicles not being space worthy. Like it's just a lot, man. I think it was a set. And now we got these high quality images from Mars. I don't know if anybody's seen those recently.
Are those real?
Well, there's a lot of people arguing that it's somewhere in Canada, like the scene. What's it? I'd have to see. It's,
Fucking Canadians, man.
well, that's apparently
Them
some
Maple
like
Leaf boys.
desert something. Let's see here. We'll have to look it up. Have you ever had an alien experience, Bubba?
I have not. No.
Nothing crazy.
Mm-mm.
Let's see here.
No, the aliens are making my eyes heavy.
Are your eyes are heavy from the aliens? Is that what? Yeah.
Pretty sure it's the
Yeah.
vodka cranberry.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
The doubles.
those doubles?
They were doubles.
No wonder it looks so thin.
Yeah,
I thought
were
they just
doubles.
watered down their cranberry juice at kickbacks.
No,
No.
they fucked around and gave him the triple double. You know,
Triple double.
Old triple double.
Gave him that Nikola Jokic.
So, Devon Island is what people are saying that the images, these new images of Mars are now. And apparently Devon Island is up in Canada somewhere.
so they're using shit that we wouldn't know about so much to say that it's that.
I guess, but like, there's
So
some
why-
like very detailed video and photo from supposedly Mars that's been released, but like they're like, nah, this is like Devon Island, so they're saying it's a hoax too.
For where would they even start that to like start aliens in movies and bring up aliens and bumper stickers and shit? That you think somebody just randomly thought that up and let's just say there's aliens.
I don't know. Like, I think, we can go back.
Is it for entertainment purposes to keep us
We're
distracted
about to
from
go to
other shit?
pyramids.
Could be
Oh
now.
shit! The technology that you'd have had to put
It would
those
still
pyramids
take
together,
Yeah.
Hundreds of years for
unless
us
the
in
giants
this.
built them.
Giants or aliens? What about crop circles?
That's
I
another-
mean,
That's another weird phenomenon.
yeah, but they also got people
Mhm.
with boards that go out in these fields and do these things
Recreate
with
'em.
boards.
Yeah.
With
But
sheets of
there's been
plywood
crop
and fucking-
circles that they've definitely taken a look
Motherfucker,
at.
I don't want to see the shit just flat in some kind of circle. I want to see brown ring around too from the thrusters and shit. You know what I'm saying? I need more than just
Yeah, well, maybe-
flattened grass.
Maybe their anti-gravity thrusters don't produce heat.
some
you know.
Jetsons bullshit.
Whatever.
Yup.
His boy Elroy.
Yeah, it's crazy though, man. I mean, we don't know a lot about the Sumerians, but what we do know indicates that there was extraterrestrials involved in the Sumerians and their technology. We've got the Egyptian hieroglyphs on the walls with dictating or showing rocket ships and like spaceships and stuff.
And that's BC stuff, right?
Huh?
That's BC, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, like in Exodus 20:22-21, I actually had to look this up.
Yeah.
I saw a guy doing a video about it because he was talking about the pyramids and the aliens and whatnot. And obviously, this isn't the full chapter of Exodus, but the one verse here says, "Do not mistreat or oppress a foreigner, for you were foreigners in Egypt." And that was the verse that he brought up that was just kind of like, were humans foreigners in Egypt? Were the aliens there before? Is that why they were this and that?
Yeah.
And like, it was weird.
It leaves us to do nothing, and I mean nothing but speculate.
No, that's all it is. Speculation. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
Who knows, man? It's crazy, man. I think everybody. I think there's a lot of people that have stories about possible alien encounters and stuff.
So let's do this. Let's all take like a fucking month off work. Let's all take a month off of work. Let's get in a bus.
Yeah.
And let's go find out some shit for ourselves.
Let's just drive straight to Nevada and go to Area 51.
Let's find out some shit for ourselves.
Any of you guys listening out there, if you'd like to sponsor this adventure, just let us know. You can comment on the Facebook post or anything. We'd be happy to
Put my
have your
Venmo
money.
in there.
And we'll go live. We'll go live.
Yeah, we'll live stream
We'll
it.
go live.
Yeah, we'll go live.
Maybe
on all
we'll
this.
have cameras by then.
Yeah, maybe. Well, if we get somebody sponsoring it, we're definitely getting cameras.
Yeah,
I'm going to be wearing one of them hard hats with
I don't
two
know.
fucking
I'd rather
beers
just,
in the top
while we're
of
in
it.
Nevada in the desert, we just go to Vegas.
I feel like that's exactly what would happen. We'd be like, let's go to Area 51.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Fuck, we ended up at the casino and strip clubs.
Caesar's
I
Palace
think
is right there.
there's,
boys.
The Bunny Ranch.
I think there's so many other places to go.
Yeah.
I think we should start in Hawaii.
That'd be great.
I think we should start in Hawaii.
And end up in Alaska.
Because the alien beam is what destroyed all the houses,
There you go.
I'm saying more
Oh,
government.
wait, was that George Bush's beam? Wait,
I'm saying more government on
But
that
see, and that's the
part.
thing is all this shit is like our government's so fucking shady.
Yeah, boy.
Oh yeah.
There's just so much that like
Yeah.
they say it's the people.
It's
Bullshit.
It's lizard people.
Yeah.
It's the aliens.
It's the aliens.
I mean, there you go.
We can touch on the spiritual encounters. Have you ever had any of those, Bubba?
Spiritual encounters?
Yeah.
Like ghost encounters?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear
I've
what
had
you
a few
got.
of them.
Let's hear one.
So, after my grandfather passed,
Mm-hmm.
my grandmother found out that she also had cancer. So,
Mhm.
she was in hospice, and I was staying at her house overnight, and I was going to go back in the morning. Well, my grandfather used to get off work at around probably 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was sleeping in the back room. Well, I heard the door open up, the front door. It was always really loud. So I heard it open up as like, that kind of thing. You heard like the screen door shut, everything like that. I was like,
And you heard it.
yeah. And I know I heard it.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm by myself. And I was like, who else is here? So I open up the door. I walk out. I'm like, hello? Because it's like, it's dark. It's
hello.
completely dark. I'm walking out. I'm like, hello? Anybody here? Hello? And there's like nothing. So I go and I check the door. It's still locked.
Right.
Like dead bolted and all. I was like, okay. So I walk back and I go and lay back down.
Is this out in Buffalo?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
This
say.
is in like right up the road from the Bullet.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Still Highway 10 out in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere. Yeah.
so I walk back to the back room again and I lay back down. Well, I hear footsteps on the floor. It's like hardcore, like work boots on the floor, a wooden floor, coming down the hallway.
Enough to give you cold chills.
Yeah, and I'm like, hello, who's here? Hello.
I got a gun.
And I like
I was say you
open,
didn't grab that pump shotgun.
and I open up the door again, and there's like nobody there. All the lights are off. Both doors are still dead bolted, locked. I'm like, and then it hits me, and I'm like, all right, well, glad you got home safe, Papa. And then after that, there was nothing else, and it was just something. But I used to work night shift at a rest home.
Yeah,
Okay.
been there, done that.
Yeah, and I was sitting at the nurse's station, and out of the corner of my eye, I see somebody standing there. So I'm thinking it's one of the residents or something that are like fully able to walk, talk, or do everything themselves. So I turned to talk to somebody. There ain't nobody there. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe they're sat down back down in their wheelchair and I can't see them. So I stand up and I look down and there ain't nothing there. And I'm like, did y'all just see that? And they're like, we don't know what you're talking about. I was like, I swear somebody was standing right there. They was like, oh, yeah, there's ghosts that roam the halls, especially at night.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
I quit.
Yeah.
That's
16 an hour ain't cutting it, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm out on that one.
So I've had a few more, but
Yeah.
I've had one recently.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fair.
Mhm.
Recently.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. So, Mom passes away. My dad passed away in that house. And then Mom didn't pass away in the house, but she just recently passed away. So I decided to move in. So I move in the house and I finally get settled. One day I was looking for black trash bags. Like the big
Yeah, like
jumbo
the big
black trash
hefty.
bags that I know
hefty.
Mom had.
Those
Mom
yard
had 'em.
ones, yeah.
Mom had them. I searched everywhere in that house. So go down the hallway and there's this little like utility closet like that, like Mom would keep linen, like towels and
Bed
washcloths
sheets
and
and-
yeah. But over the years since she had her stroke, my brother kept cleaning supplies and stuff in there. So I opened that closet up and I looked, didn't see no black trash bags, bro. Didn't think nothing about it. Kept searching, couldn't find them. Said, oh well, I'll go buy some trash bags later. Another hour goes by or so, maybe. I go in the living room and I sit down, and all of a sudden I hear this bang noise. So I sit up out of the chair and I look down the hallway. The utility, the closet door standing wide open,
Mm-hmm.
and it's set in dead center of the hallway is a round roll of black trash bags. I was like, all right, now, goddamn it, Mom, stop. I said, stop your shit.
Just materialized in the middle of the hallway.
Bro, listen,
crazy.
listen. I searched that closet.
Right. Yeah,
Every
I'll believe
shelf, moved bottles. There was no big roll of trash bags in there that I've seen.
So did you buy the new ones already?
Now, granted, I might have smoked a little bit, but I thought I was pretty thorough in my search. But and I know I shut the door back.
Yeah.
And then poked my head down the hallway. The door's open, dead center of the hallway, big roll of black trash bags.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird stuff, man.
Mm.
Get cold chills.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
when it happened.
Oh yeah, I did. I left.
What?
Yeah.
I left. I'm like, but I got to thinking about it. It's my mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it was, or it could have been my dad. I don't know.
One or the other, though. Like,
No, if it had been my dad, they'd have went flying across the room and hit me in the fucking face or something.
Yeah.
If it had been my dad.
Oh, there, dumbass.
Here, you dumbass. Yeah, exactly. Like on that 70s show.
oh,
Yeah.
you're stupid.
Use your head for something besides a hat rack, son.
But Mom was always graceful, so she just set them in the hallway.
That's what he.
But that was the first thing. I mean, it could have just been some kind of coincidence, bro, but I don't know, man. I was like, no, I went and got in my Jeep and I went to the Moose Lodge.
Yeah. That's a pretty big coincidence, though. It's just
It's
random roll of trash
Yeah.
bags just flying out the closet and opening the door.
I'm sitting perfectly in the hallway.
It's like, here they are.
Yeah.
You missed me.
It's like in the back of my head, I can hear my mom. They're in there in the closet, honey. You
Yeah.
know?
I swear. Do I need to go find them
I
myself?
mean, so yeah, freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah. No, I had. This was probably 10 to 12 years ago. I was probably 11 or 12. Still like young enough to be into dinosaurs. I was probably 10. And so my
Yesterday.
my room was like the whole walls. My family's really artistic. So like my mom and my sister painted all my walls and stuff that looked like I was in the middle of like Jurassic Park, pretty much. Like there was dinosaurs all over the walls, the trees and stuff. It's freaking awesome. Like best bedroom I've ever had. But were you awake over there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's good.
I'm
But
listening.
It was awesome room, but I had a lamp. And it had a toy dinosaur on it. It was a T-Rex. It had like its side was ripped open. You could see its ribs. Like if you pressed the rib, it would roar. And it also had like the little short T-Rex arms where like if you pull the arm down, the mouth would open and it would roar. But the roars were different.
Right. One's painful, one's not.
Yeah. So the rib, obviously,
one's a playful roar.
Yeah.
Sounds
Sounds like a youthful mountain lion. But like, so the arm was actually pretty hard to pull down. Because like it was like a plasticky rubber kind of toy. Like you had to actually like pull it down.
Mm.
And the arm wouldn't trigger the noise unless the mouth was open. That's pretty much what it sounded like. And it was really scary. But
It is really scary.
but it was the coolest lamp ever.
Oh no.
So that was a little like, that's a prequel. But the farm above my parents' house, right on the corner where you turn onto it, always just heard the stories. It's haunted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the story of the farm was the farmer who owned it originally, which the road's named after, hung his family and himself in the big white oak tree in the front yard.
Damn.
And there's like a knot around one of the big limbs on the tree that looked like where a rope would hang, you know?
Right.
And like, it was really weird. A buddy of mine, he was about the same age in this neighborhood. His mom, grandma, and him lived there. Big old farmhouse. I'd go up there and play all the time. We'd have airsoft fights in the barns and everything. Hide and seek, all that fun stuff. We were up there playing one day, and he's like, man, you just want to stay here? Like, it's a Friday or a Saturday. We ain't got school tomorrow. I was like, yeah, screw it. Why not? I'd go up there. We'd play PlayStation, and his mom and grandma both worked night shift. So it'd just be us and his older brother. His older brother was out of town, so it was literally just me and him at the house. We were up playing Mortal Kombat, and we hear somebody, like, open the door. One of them old creaky farm doors with the glass windows, you know, when they shut, it kind of rattles a little bit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We heard that. We were like, oh, shit, maybe like, his mom or his grandma's home early. We were upstairs, old wooden creaky stairs. We hear, and it's getting louder and louder. And he's like, Mom, Mom, one of y'all home? No answer. Footsteps stop for a little bit. We're like, what the hell? Sit there for about 5 minutes. We go back to playing video games. Same thing. Just creeping back up to the stairs, getting louder and louder. Then we hear a knock on the door. And it was just like, what the hell? Like, is his brother home? Like, somebody had to be home.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because there was two of us. And we could both vouch.
No other explanation.
And so he's like, I ain't opening the fucking door. You open the door. And I was like, shit. If I open this door and there's nobody here, I'm sprinting down to my house.
Right, yeah.
I'll come back and get my bicycle tomorrow.
Give me a little bicycle.
Like,
I want to ride my bicycle.
yeah, I was going to be riding my bike with no handlebars. So I opened the bedroom door and there's nobody standing there at all.
Yeah, that's.
But like, it was just like, the air just kicked on, is what it felt like. Cold rush came into the room. My white ass took off down the driveway. It was about a quarter mile from my house. I was sprinting, and I get down to my house, and my parents are like, "What's going on?" I was like, "I don't want to talk about it." Freaking out, man.
You could have stepped on glass and would have not known it.
Oh,
You
no.
was gone.
Yeah, I was gone. I don't even think my feet were hitting the ground. I was floating. And I get home, and my mom's like, well, just go in your room, calm down, read a book or something. Like,
They
so I go in my
didn't
room.
believe you, did they?
No, hell no, they didn't. And so I go into my room. I had a bookshelf at the foot of my bed. And so I was like, I'll grab one of my dinosaur books. So I lay head down to the foot of my bed. So like opposite way.
Yeah.
I'm reading a book. On the opposite side of the bed from the lamp that I was telling you guys about earlier. And I'm sitting there reading this book, and my lamp goes off. The light bulb flickers, and the dinosaur roars, and his mouth is open. And I shit you not, I pissed myself and went and jumped in my sister's bed. I was terrified. But like, if it would have just been the lamp going off, or like,
Is that why you still sleep with a night light?
hell yeah.
That's why he wears Depends.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Never
why I
know.
don't fuck with dinosaurs no more.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. Yeah, I got a story from back in 1918. But
Back in the day.
no, like I don't even remember where this house was. It was like one of those old cabins that was on the side of a hill, and my mom, partying with my uncle and aunt and all them, and it was my aunt's family, that side, that had the house. And I'd say me and my cousin, the one I was closest to, was probably about like 8, maybe 9, something like that. And yeah, so we're about 8 or 9, and it was really weird because there was this, like, you walk into the cabin, you go straight back. That's where like the living area and kitchen and stuff was. There was a bedroom on the left. There was a set of stairs. You know how you always see in the movie the old creepy stairs that go up to an attic?
Yeah.
And it's like you can't see
The door
past a certain range. Like you can't even see the door at the top because it's so dark. It was that vibe, right? And one of the adults has said something about the cabin being haunted or whatever.
Was it in the middle of the woods?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, this was like a legit on the side of a
Some
fucking
wrong
hill.
turn shit.
Like, witches probably had seances or something, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that night, man, it was like, and here's the other thing about the steps. We tried to go up the steps, and our flashlights would die like 3/4 of the way up. Weird, like every time. It was
floating.
weird.
I'm telling you, my feet would not be touching the ground.
No.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here like,
No.
all right, and I'm like, yeah. So anyway, I mean, we even tried to light a candle, and it would just and blow out on the way up the steps. It was freaking
It's just a
retarded.
draft.
Yeah, it's just a draft from the upstairs. I know that's what it was. But anyway, no. So that night, man, we sit down. We're on the bed in that bedroom, and we're just like sitting, hanging out. We heard something. We didn't know what the hell it was. We thought everybody was passed out at that point.
It's a
It was
creepy ass
late.
cabin. I mean, so it could have been anything.
Well, we heard it again, and then me and my cousin were born 4 days apart, by the way, so we were the same age. And he goes to get off of this bed, and it's this old, like, cast iron frame, like, bed. Like, not cast iron, but like the metal frame.
Wrought iron.
Yeah, wrought iron. It's like one of those beds, like, that your great grandmother would have had. You know what I mean? And he goes to get off the bed, and something grabbed his ankles from under the bed. Dude, woke the whole house up.
Well, he screamed.
Oh, yeah. Dude, we all did. We were freaking the fuck out. Because, like, we were trying to...
How do you know? Did you see hands come out from under the bed? Or, I mean...
So, like, I didn't, like, see the hands, but here's the crazy part, right?
That's
so,
just the problem. Nobody
but,
ever sees anything.
But here's the thing. So, like... We're trying to grab him because there was like 4 of us on this bed, and we're trying to grab him, and he's screaming, woke everybody up. The adults come running in. Of course, at that time, whatever it was, let go. But like, he's on the bed, and here's the crazy part. Here's the evidence. He had handprints around both of his ankles.
Oh,
that looked like they gotten hot.
Did it look like actual like hands?
Yeah, like you could make out.
Check, please.
Yeah, and but like he was like, he was saying that it was really hot, and he's like, it was really hot. I think it burnt my legs.
From the depths of hell.
Yeah, like some demon or something. It was crazy, man.
Bruh.
But the adults seen this shit too. That's the crazy thing, and they were trying to figure out how we did this.
And y'all motherfuckers didn't pack up and roll out.
No, well, it was. I don't even know. It was late in the morning, man.
Mm-mm.
So anyway, we stayed up all night or whatever. But come daylight, like, the handprints disappeared. or whatever. Yeah, it was the only time I'd ever been to that cabin. Like I said, I wished I remember
Was
where
it the
it was
last
at.
time? Yeah, it was the only
Yeah,
time.
well, only
time,
the last time I ever went there.
But like, hell no, I ain't going back to that creepy ass cabin.
That was one of those things. And then like, you know, we all played in the woods, and you know, back in those days, you know, Nebo, it was still dirt around the Lake James.
Right.
It was before they developed it. And my cousins lived way out on Lake James, and like we'd just go walking through the freaking woods, like up the dirt road and whatnot. And it was just like we'd see shit in the woods all the time, man. Like we'd see eyeballs and like not animals, but it was like we'd just see all kinds of stuff in the woods. It was pretty wild. I ain't gonna lie, man. I've had some experiences out in McDowell County and Nebo, Burke County side. Like
see, now you still getting over close, like the Brown Mountain Lights and
yeah,
you know them mountains and shit.
Yeah.
You know, there's all kinds of wise tales and old stories from, you know, like the Headless Horseman to.
Oh yeah,
you know,
there's always something with the woods.
So check it out. So I had a great aunt, and her husband. I think I was 7, 6, 7, and he hung himself in their garage. She comes home and finds him hanging in their garage. She didn't sell the house. She continued to stay there, live there, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided one night I was going to stay there. So, you know, I was sleeping on the couch, and you know the old school light switches. When you flick them on, they pop.
Yep.
Pop.
Yep.
So, my great aunt said she was going to bed, blah, blah, blah. Good night, honey, you know. So she goes to bed, and I'm laying there on the couch, and all of a sudden I hear pop, and the light in the kitchen comes on. So I thought she was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I was like, can I have some water? Nobody responded. And all of a sudden, I heard the cabinet door shut. I heard a couple cabinet doors shut. And the light pop went back off. Pop.
Yeah.
The next morning, I was talking. I said, well, you went back to the kitchen. I asked you for some water, but you didn't respond. She said, I didn't get back up. She said, oh, that was probably JD. I said, wait, what, huh?
Mm-hmm.
She said it was JD. So.
There you go.
I never seen nothing, but she swore. She said, honey, I didn't get back up. She said, I took me one of them night pills. I didn't get back up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
With them old school light switches.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember we had some in the house. Matter of fact, kitchen light. Yeah. You know, my house that I grew up in, my grandpa bought it back in the day because he worked at the mill in the neighborhood, and it was an old mill house, and I was raised in that house from like 6 months on, but yeah, we had especially that kitchen light switch. I tell you what, the house is so old. There was a light switch for the kitchen light, one for the bedroom. There was no light switch in the living room. There was a pull string light in the living room, and then the second bedroom downstairs was another pull string. There was like no. I think we had 3 light switches.
One of my grandmothers, they had a double. It was a double button.
Mm-hmm.
You pushed one button in to turn it on, and you pushed the button underneath it to turn it off. It was like a double button style thing.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm telling you, man. Like I've seen some crazy shit growing up. Heard crazy shit. I think we're not alone in the universe. I do think
it makes you wonder.
It does. There's a part of me that believes that we as a society have already made contact, and they hide it from the mass majority of people.
They're afraid for widespread panic.
Yeah, they try to protect civilization and the unraveling and mass hysteria. There's also a certain part of Antarctica that like every country in the world has a treaty that they won't go into, right?
Yeah, that's weird to me.
Right, like we can't agree on anything but this one area on Earth.
Everyone,
and that plays into the Arctic ice wall thing, right? The ideology of that kind of plays into that, but like literally, like there's just this one space on Earth that all of the countries in the world have signed a treaty since, was it the 30s?
Who
It
the
was-
fuck knows?
Yeah, I mean, it was
wanna
way
know.
back, but they signed a treaty not to go, and it's held steadfast that long. Like,
Road trip, bro.
yeah,
telling you,
I'm
road
telling
trip.
you, well, we'd have to have some special helicopters and stuff to get over into there. I'm telling you,
Gear.
it's guarded, man. It's heavily guarded, but
Like the people just, I've seen videos where people just walking out there trying to go,
mhm.
and all of a sudden, just people show up on snowmobiles and snowcats.
Out
and
of
like,
nowhere.
go back.
Yeah, turn around.
How
Yep.
the fuck did you know we were even out here?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they have
I
ways
mean,
to tell them.
Makes you. What the hell are they protecting?
Yep, exactly.
Same with Area 51.
I guess that's where the snowman
Mhm.
and the damn, Santa Claus and the abominable and
the
Bigfoot. I guess
abominable
yeah, the
snowman.
abominable
Abominable
and
snowman.
Bigfoot. I guess that's where all them fuckers live with the Easter Bunny.
Oh Yeti. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like
Please
think-
comment. Please comment and
yeah,
tell us what you think.
I think everybody needs to comment for sure.
'Cause I wanna know. Oh, welcome back.
Uh,
Did you have a nice little nap?
For those of you guys that don't know, Bubba did just take a little cat nap while we were talking about a
Dude,
ghost
I'm
story.
so tired.
I
said-
pushed your microphone over because you was like,
He was like,
He had a few. I muted you, brother. It's fine. He's had a few drinks too. He's relaxed.
got
He's
cozy.
chill.
He ain't moved. I was waiting for him to start going.
I know it's comfortable in here, man.
that's what makes it anything and everything. Who gives a fuck?
Talking about snoring and farting and
Yeah.
going on. Great time.
But yeah, guys. So here's the thing. So what if religion unraveled? What about that? What do you think would happen?
That means everything you've believed in is shot out the window.
Mm-hmm.
And then that also means if you kill yourself, you won't go to hell. So then I'm good.
He's made arrangements. He's like, I've premeditated
So you're
this.
saying there's a chance.
Yeah. Nah, man, it's I've studied religion a lot, and I don't know, man. Everybody believes different. I grew up in church, man.
I think you gotta believe in something or nothing. Even believing in nothing
Yeah.
is believing in something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's a term it's called agnostic, which is you're not saying that there's not a higher power, but you're not saying that there is or isn't. Like it's kind of like if the proof was the actual visual, physical proof, then you'd be like, yeah, that's a term out there, and then you got atheists, and then you got religious. But here's a question.
What if you
upon it.
believe in something and you wholeheartedly in your heart believe in it, and then it's wrong?
That's where faith comes in.
You're
Yeah.
exactly right. That's
Yeah.
what it's all about, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
what
what
it's
it's
all about.
based on is faith. But why are there so many different religion, like Baptists, for example?
That's why you shouldn't follow religion.
there's
You
so
should
many.
follow God, not religion.
There's just so many
Amen.
different chapters of Baptist, or
Mhm.
they can't all be wrong. They can't all be right.
You got Southern Baptist,
What's
you
right?
got Baptist, you got
Pentecostal, holiness. There's
Episcopalian, and you got
dude, it goes on and on. It's just Catholicism.
New
There's,
Faith, Tabernacle, Wish-a-Well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many now.
you could really just deep dive into.
Do you think
religious
people
stuff.
keep? Do you think people keep branching off so they can justify believing what they want to believe?
I think it's a big part of it. Also, I think of it.
They do it to modify their religion.
Yeah, and they try to modernize it too, because but you have to, because the parts of the Bible says that owning slaves is perfectly
You're
okay.
going to hell for drinking and doing
Yeah.
drugs, but I'm still okay fucking the neighbor's wife.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, but you see, the funny part of that is like growing up Southern Baptist and you hellfire brimstone preacher,
yes,
and then you walk outside the church and there's 20 individuals standing out there smoking a cigarette.
correct.
And then, for me, my experience was you leave church, and then my mom on Sunday morning would stop at the beer store and grab a six-pack or whatever on the way to the house after going to
I
church.
can remember being in high school, me and a buddy on our way to church smoking a joint.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it's
takes you another level of
Like
religion.
Southern Baptist
So,
parking lot.
that's
the
where
way
I will
you
smoke my pot.
The way it is for me, like I am religious.
Yeah.
And I do believe in God. But there's a difference. There's religion and then there's a relationship.
Mhm.
I have a relationship with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Man.
And then there's religion. I go to church. I mean, I don't do everything like I should. I'm still a sinner every single day of my entire life, and I always will be.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a God above who died on the cross on Calvary's Hill to pay for my sins, and I'm clean. I'm washed clean. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my relationship. I have a relationship.
When you start putting in things like women can't wear jeans to church, or their dress has to be past their knees to church, to start putting dress codes and stuff like that in, I think that's just a form of control.
Yeah.
To show that this church has power and that people will do it.
It was the old school, like male
Right,
dominant kind of.
And I'm not saying I'm 100% knocking it, but if God forgives you for so many things, and I think as long as you're going to church, you're showing. Now, I mean, I get it. You ain't wearing no Daisy Dukes with your ass cheeks hanging out or nothing, but still, like them old time Southern Baptist churches, they believe in, women don't wear jeans. Their dresses have to be below their knees. Very, very strict.
Yeah,
Well, the way that I see church is a place where you go and you bring it back together. Like, I go to church and that puts me back in the mindset that I need to be in to do things God's way and everything like that.
This is why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Like, church is like the lighthouse.
Right.
And I'm the ship. I'm out at sea, and I have no idea where I need to go. But if I go to church, if I go to the lighthouse, that is my safe place.
Guidance, direction.
It's like a tabernacle. I mean, it's a school. It's a
it's a structure. It's a bunch of people coming together with the same general goal and bringing it together. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. I don't know. I just, it's one of those things that if they let us know that aliens were real, though, like I said, it would turn religion up on its head for sure.
It wouldn't change my beliefs.
Yeah, and a lot of people it wouldn't, but then, you'd have to start questioning a lot of stuff and what you've been taught and really take a look at all these other
I think
things.
we're doing that now more than ever.
Yeah.
I think society and people are doing that now more than ever because they're like, oh, well, this is coming about now. And that's coming about now. And everybody, there are so many I would say there's triple the conspiracy theorist people now than there ever were.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, once upon a time, these people was just deemed as insane or like lunatics. Yeah. But now it's like people were like, you know what? There might
be something to that.
There might be something behind that, But we'll see. Time will tell.
I blame it on fucking TikTok.
I just blame it on social media in general.
Yeah, social media is definitely helped. I don't agree with the U.S. government trying to ban TikTok, man. I think that is a move to suppress our First Amendment right, which is free speech, and they're not. They're not really controlling it. B,
does China own that app?
Yeah, China does. Yeah. All right. So here's the deal, and I've did some reading up on this too.
But their TikTok's different from our TikTok, right?
A little bit, yeah.
They want us to have all the trash and the stupid, and they actually their TikToks are learnings and things like that.
It's a way to dumb people down for sure. But here's the thing. So the U.S. government is trying to say that TikTok is a security threat, but will not produce any evidence as to why that is the case, right? They just say it's classified. So they won't release it to public, they won't release it in the court documents, nothing. But
Facebook that says you live in Lenore and your birthday's and this and that's not a fucking security.
Way more.
Come on, bro.
The TikTok thing, China's arguing that it's suppressing First Amendment rights for Americans. It's suppressing your freedom of speech, and to be able to say and do what whatever. So that's the big argument right now. But I mean, I think the U.S. government is entirely wrong saying, "Hey, it's a security breach and all this other stuff," but don't produce any evidence. Like, that's crazy. Like, it just shows you the government doesn't control the app. They're not making a shit ton of money off of it, and so therefore they're going to take it away.
That's just it. They're going to look for another way to utilize that and to start a completely different new app that they can now get their grubby ass hands on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing with this TikTok ban. They said that the only way that it wouldn't be banned in the United States, it had to be sold and become an American-owned thing, right? So, like, not China owning it. It's a whole crazy thing, man.
The biggest thing that I'd be upset about if that did happen where TikTok was banned, I've met a lot of really cool people off of that app. Like, I've got friends in New York, Vermont, Ohio.
You actually talk to people?
Florida. Yeah, I've physically met people from that app.
Mm-hmm.
And we are great friends. Like, talk all the time. And I met them because of that app.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I mean, my
I'd like to meet some people on that app.
My ex-wife met her.
You type in the sundress deal.
Whatever it is on that app.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a lot of relationships happen because of that.
Oh, yeah.
App, you know,
Just like Craigslist.
Yeah, Craigslist was another monster. No more personals on that thing. But yeah. But anyway, guys, y'all out there listening podcast world, man, comment. Let us know what you think about the topics, aliens and religion and all that stuff. We'd love to hear about it. Give us some ideas. You want us to do some shows on whatever it may be, whatever the topic. Throw some ideas out there. I've answered a couple of messages and we did some episodes on that. Hell yeah, that was a good one, bro.
I'm glad I got here for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, appreciate you showing up, brother. You know, we'll see you on the next one.
That tasted like chicken.
But you had a burger for lunch.
Exactly. Weird, huh?
Yeah.
I know, it's that hormones they're putting in the beef and the chicken.
That's that alien shit.
Yeah. I'm telling you. That's the alien beef. But anyway, love you. Mean it. We'll see you on the next one. You guys take care.
Peace.
This has been a production of Audible Entertainment, LLC. Don't forget to check us out on social media, as well as audiblentertainment.com. Thanks for listening to In the Mix.